The update keeps you in the know with fresh takes, trending stories, and thought-provoking insights. If you enjoy staying one step ahead, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment to share your thoughts. We'd love to hear your perspective. Garfield. It's a humid morning in Washington, July 2nd, 1881. Inside the Baltimore and Potomac train station, a tall man in a dark coat smiles as he walks with his two sons. He's cheerful, even humming softly, excited for a trip to New England. That man is James Abram Garfield, the 20th President of the United States. He doesn't have Secret Service protection. No one does in 1881. Just a few aides, a ticket in his hand, and a country waiting on his promise of reform. He doesn't know it yet, but he has only seconds left to live in peace. Garfield was never supposed to be president. He was born poor, dirt floor poor, in a log cabin in Ohio in 183. 1. His father died when he was just 2. His mother, Eliza, raised him with grit and faith, teaching him that hard work and learning could lift a person from anything. He worked as a carpenter, a janitor, even drove canal boats, all to pay for SCO. Oh well. He was brilliant, self-taught, and hungry for knowledge. Before he turned 30, he'd become a professor, a preacher, a college president, and eventually a soldier. When the Civil War broke out, Garfield joined the Union Army, fighting bravely at Shiloh and Chickamauga. He rose to Major General before Congress called him home to serve in politics. For 17 years, he fought in the House of Representatives for education, equality, and a better government. One built on merit, not political favors. By 1880, Garfield was simply a respected congressman. But at the Republican convention, when two powerful factions deadlocked, the stalwarts and the half-breeds, delegates looked for a compromise. And somehow, the quiet man from Ohio became the unexpected nominee for President of the United States. He didn't even want the job. But fate had other plans. Garfield entered the White House with a vision: to reform the government, end the corruption of the spoils system, and bring fairness to public service. He believed talent, not loyalty, should earn you a position in Washington. But that idea made enemies, especially among the stalwarts, the party's old guard who thrived on political appointments. And one of those who felt betrayed was a man named Charles J. Guiteau. Guiteau was delusional, unstable, and desperate for validation. He believed God himself had chosen him to help Garfield win the election by writing a speech no one ever heard. In his mind, that made him a hero. When Garfield didn't reward him with an ambassadorship, Guiteau's admiration turned into obsession, and obsession turned into rage. For weeks, he stalked the president, outside the White House, at church, even at cabinet meetings. He believed that killing Garfield would unite the Republican Party and make him famous. Back at the station that July morning, Garfield pauses near the platform. His friend, Secretary of State James Blaine, walks beside him. From behind, Guiteau steps forward, raises a revolver, and fires twice. The first bullet grazes Garfield's arm. The second lodges deep in his back. He collapses instantly. "My God," he gasps. "What is this?" Panic erupts. Guiteau is seized at once, and as he's dragged away, he shouts, "I am a stalwart. Author is president now." It is a grotesque boast, and a prophecy that would soon come true. Garfield doesn't die immediately. He's carried back to the White House, pale and conscious, whispering prayers. For 80 days, the nation waits, hoping. But his doctors, well-meaning but misguided, ignore modern antiseptic practices. They probe his wound with unwashed hands and metal tools, introducing deadly infections. His condition worsens. Pus drains from abscesses. His temperature soars. At one point, Alexander Graham Bell brings his new metal detector to locate the bullet, but it fails. The bed's metal springs confuse the signal. Through it all, his wife, Lucretia, sits beside him. She holds his hand as his weight drops, his voice weak. His body gives out. On September 19, 1881, Garfield whispers his last words. "Oh, what a beautiful day." Then, silence. The nation mourns. Bells toll. Flags drop to half-mast. America has lost its second president to an assassin's gun, and a man who might have changed hist. Ori is gone at 49. Guteau's trial is a national spectacle. He grins, quotes scripture, even sings in court. He insists he didn't kill Garfield. The doctors did. But the jury doesn't buy it. He's convicted and hanged the next year, shouting, "Glory, glory, glory," as the rope tightens. Garfield's death changes everything. His successor, Chester A. Arthur, a man once steeped in party politics, is transformed by guilt. 2 years later, he signs the Pendleton Civil Service Reform Act, ending the spoil system and ensuring federal jobs are awarded by merit, the very reform Garfield had died for. Today, James Garfield is one of the least remembered presidents. His time in office lasted barely 6 months. His name overshadowed by tragedy. But his story still echoes, because it's not just about power or politics. It's about how one life, grounded in decency and purpose, can still ripple through history. He rose from poverty to presidency. He believed that knowledge could cure ignorance, and integrity could heal division. And though a bullet ended his life, it couldn't destroy his legacy. As Garfield once said, "Next in importance to freedom and justice is popular education, without which neither freedom nor justice can be permanently maintained." A teacher, a soldier, a president, and a man who dreamed of a fairer America. Gone too soon, but never truly forgotten.